the moment you signed for your business loan, the moment you thought you were finally building something separate from yourself, actually chained your entire personal life to it. Your house, your savings, your credit score, every single thing. Because the truth of the matter is most entrepreneurs sign a personal guarantee without fully understanding what they just agreed to. And banks, they are counting on just you doing that. They've built an entire lending process designed to get you to that exact moment of urgency, that moment where you need the money badly enough that you'll sign whatever they put in front of you. That's not an accident. That's the system working exactly the way it was designed. But today that changes for you. You see, I want you to get this. I want you to understand exactly what's happening, and we're going to get the surface problem exposed. Now, this is what we really want you to consider. Before I get into this though, I want you to drop a comment in this video. I want you to tell me, have you ever signed a personal guarantee? And then I want to make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, hit that bell so that you know every time we do this. Now, have you ever signed a personal guarantee? And did you fully understand what you were agreeing to when you signed it? I read every single comment, so please let me know. Now, I want you to get this because what I'm about to share needs to reach as many entrepreneurs as possible. This information can change the trajectory of someone's business and someone's life. The problem that most people don't understand is this real PG problem. Most entrepreneurs think a personal guarantee is just standard paperwork. They think everybody signs it. They think it's just part of the deal, but it's not. A personal guarantee is a legal promise signed by you that says if this business cannot pay this debt, you will. Not your LLC, not your corporation, not your business entity, you personally. Now, here's the part that most lenders never explain to you, and I've seen this happen to real people, real entrepreneurs who came to me after the damage was already done. One guy, let's call him Marcus. Marcus was a 58-year-old business owner, been in business 12 years, smart man, disciplined. He went to his bank to get $200,000 line of credit to expand his operation. The banker was friendly. The process felt smooth. They got to the paperwork. The banker slid a document across the table and said, "This is just standard. Everybody signs this." Marcus signed. 3 years later, his business hit a rough patch. He missed some payments and the bank came for him, not his business, him, his personal savings, his retirement account. They were coming for his house. That piece of paper he signed, it was an unlimited personal guarantee. And Marcus had no idea those two types even existed. You see, this is important that you and I get it. Here's what nobody tells you. There are two types of personal guarantees, and the difference between them could be the difference between losing your business and losing everything. Type 1, the unlimited personal guarantee. This means exactly what it sounds like. If your business defaults, everything you own is on the table. Your savings, your home equity, your retirement, your personal credit score, all of it. Type 2, the limited personal guarantee. This one caps your personal exposure at a specific dollar amount or two specific assets only. Your liability has a ceiling. The problem, most entrepreneurs sign unlimited guarantees and they never knew they had another option. The lender never explained the difference. They just handed you the pen and told you to sign. So what's the real reason people sign? You see, this is something that's important for us to get. Now here's where it gets interesting, and I want you to be honest with yourself as I say this. You might be thinking, Dwayne, I didn't have a choice. I needed funding. The bank required it, and I hear you. But let me ask you a different question. Did you sign that personal guarantee because you understood the terms? Or did you sign it because you needed the money badly enough that you would have signed anything they put in front of you at that time? I gotta say that again. Did you sign because you understood, or did you sign because you needed? Most entrepreneurs, and I've worked with hundreds of them over 37 years, most of them signed from a place of scarcity. They were already in reactive mode. They were operating from urgency. And here's what you have to understand about banks. They know this. The application process is designed to get you to that point. The back and forth, the document request, the waiting. By the time you get to the closing table, most entrepreneurs are so relieved to be approved that they will sign anything. That's not paranoia. That's how the system works. When you negotiate from urgency, you negotiate from weakness. I want you to hear that. When you negotiate from urgency, you negotiate from weakness. And the bank is always on the other side of the table, patient, prepared, and holding all the leverage. But here's the real problem, and this is what nobody's talking about. The personal guarantee is not the root of the issue. It's a symptom. The root goes deeper than that, and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. Today, you're going to get this, because if you don't get this, this is going to continue to cycle in your life. The real lesson is this: a personal guarantee isn't just a legal document, it's a signal. It's the financial system's way of saying we don't see your business as a separate entity. We see you personally. And until that changes, until your business has its own financial identity, lenders will always come back to your personal life as their safety net. But here's what most people miss. Your credit profile is saying the same thing. If your business credit and your personal credit are still intertwined, if your business EIN doesn't have its own financial history, its own trade line relationships, its own Paydex score, then you're not running a business. You are running yourself with a logo. This is important. You've got to get this. Think about what that actually means for the way you make decisions. When your business struggles, you feel it personally, because in the bank's eye, and maybe even in your own mind, you and your business are the same thing. When the business has a slow month, your stress spikes. When the business gets a rejection, you feel rejected. When the business needs funding, you show up to the table already carrying the emotional weight of someone whose personal identity is on the line. And that's exactly the state of mind that leads a smart, experienced entrepreneur to sign an unlimited personal guarantee without asking a single question. I call this the identity thermostat. Your internal thermostat is set to a temperature, and no matter what strategies you learn, no matter what tactics you execute, if your thermostat is set to "I am my business," you will keep pulling back to that familiar level of financial exposure. Same person, same habits, different positioning, and that made all the difference. So the 3-layer problem looks like this through the CBL lens that I teach. The credit layer. Your business has no separate trade line history, so every lender falls back on your personal score. Business layer. Your entity structure is signaling "I am this business" instead of "I own this business." The life layer. You're mentally merged your identity with your business, so you make financial decisions from a merged, reactive place instead of a positioned, strategic one. All 3 of those layers are working against you at the same time, and fixing one without addressing the others is why most entrepreneurs keep ending up in the same position. We're going to change this because it's critical and important. Now let's talk about what you actually do about this, because awareness without action is just expensive information. I've got 3 moves for you, and I want you to understand when I say moves, I don't mean tips. I mean strategic repositioning that changes how lenders see you before you ever walk through their door. Move number 1, separate and separate the entity now. If you're a sole proprietor or a single member LLC without business credit history, lenders will require a personal guarantee every single time. That's not negotiable for them, because their perspective, in their minds, you and your business are the same thing. To fix this thing, change what they see when they look at your business. Start building your business credit file immediately, before you need funding, not while you're in the application process, before you ever get there. That means getting vendor trade lines, net 30 accounts. I know people told you get away from it because they wanted you to buy their services. You can't get away from this. These are suppliers and vendors who will extend your business credit and report your payment history to the business bureaus, Dun & Bradstreet, Experian Business, and Equifax Business. Your target is 3 to 5 business trade lines reporting consistently. That's when your business starts to develop its own financial fingerprint, separate from yours. The mechanism behind this is simple. Lenders use business bureau data to underwrite business loans. If your business has no bureau history, they have nothing to underwrite except you personally. Give them something else to look at. Pro move. Get your DUNS number registered and your Paydex score established before you approach any traditional lender. A Paydex of 80 or above tells the story of a business that pays on time without your personal score being a part of the conversation. Move number 2, negotiate the personal guarantee terms. Most entrepreneurs don't know this is possible, but it is. You can negotiate the terms of a personal guarantee. You don't have to take the unlimited version just because they handed you one. First, ask for a limited personal guarantee. Cap your personal exposure at a specific dollar amount. Instead of "I'm personally liable for everything," you want language that says "I'm personally liable up to X amount." Second, ask for a burn-off clause. This is a provision that reduces your personal liability over time as your business credit strengthens. As your business proves itself, as it builds its own financial track record, your personal exposure decreases on a schedule. Most entrepreneurs never ask for this. Banks never offer it, but it is absolutely a tool that exists. Now, when I say loophole, I want to be clear. I don't mean something shady or illegal. I mean understanding how the system actually works and positioning yourself to use it correctly. The system has rules. Most people just don't know the rules. The mechanism here is leverage. When you understand that personal guarantee terms are negotiable, you walk into that conversation with leverage you didn't know you had. And leverage changes the outcomes every time. And your pro move, if you already signed an unlimited personal guarantee, it's not too late. You can go back to your lender and request to negotiate, renegotiate as your business credit improves. This is especially true at renewal time. Don't sleep on that conversation. And here's move number 3. Use your statement close date to build business credit faster. This one connects back to something I've taught on this channel before, because the same mechanic that works for personal credit optimization works at the business entity level. Your business credit profile responds to data patterns, not just effort. The timing of how and when your business payments are reported to the business bureaus matters. Most people set a vendor account and they just pay them. That's not enough. You have to pay them strategically before the statement date closes so that your balance reports at 0 or near 0 and your payment reports as early. That one shift in timing applied consistently across 3 to 5 accounts can accelerate your Paydex score faster than any other action you can take. The result, your business credit file becomes bankable faster. And when your business credit is bankable, lenders have something to lend to that isn't to your personal identity. That is the goal, a business that stands on its own. And this is what you and I must do. Now, this is something very, very different. You've got to align yourself here. Here's what I want you to remember, and you got to get it. You can do everything right tactically. You can build your entity. You can get your trade lines. You can negotiate your terms. But if you're still psychologically merged with your business, if your identity thermostat is still set to "I am this business," you will keep making decisions from the same reactive place that got you to sign the guarantee without reading it in the first place. Credit isn't just about borrowing money. It's about positioning yourself for opportunity. And that positioning starts on the inside, not on the credit report, not the application, inside you. This is what my CBL system is built on: credit, business, life. Not 3 separate things. 3 interconnected layers of the same operating system. When your credit layer is strong, lenders see a responsible entity. When your business layer is structured correctly, that entity can stand alone. And when your life layer, your identity, is aligned with the owner and not the operator, you stop signing things from a place of fear and you start making decisions from a place of position. Same person, different thermostat setting. Same market, different leverage. Same opportunity, different outcome. Success doesn't happen by accident. It happens when you understand the system and position yourself the right way. And now you know how the personal guarantee trap works. You know the two types, you know the moves, and you know the identity layer underneath it all. And so this is important today that you got this. So if you took one thing from this video, let it be this. The personal guarantee trap is not a paperwork problem. It's a positioning problem. And positioning is a system. The CBL Wealth Blueprint is that system built for entrepreneurs like you who are done leaving money, access, and leverage on the table. The link in the description to get a coaching call if you want to go deeper works. This is where we go if we're going to work together. And before you leave, I want you to watch this next. I'm going to show you exactly how to build business credit from zero, a tier structure, the accounts, and the timing. Everything Marcus didn't know. Everything you now have the context to actually use. This is important. I want you to be blessed. I want you to know I'm going to see you soon. And I want you to know this is your opportunity to stand up and do for your business what it's always needed. Be blessed.